Hi, welcome to your beginners Pilates sessions. So you're going to have a course of videos. Each one will progressively move you forward the basics of Pilates. So thank you for joining me. So we're going to start with our alignment, our body alignment. This is our Pilates ABC, our alignment, our breathing and our control. So to begin with, we start with that alignment. We're going to bring our feet together. And we're going to squeeze our inner thighs nice and tight. Then we're going to turn our toes to the corner of the room and we're going to realign our heels so our feet come directly under our hips. Our second and third toe in line with the middle of our knee, running up to our hips, shoulders in nice alignment. From here, once you've found your neutral position on those feet, we want to find our neutral pelvis. So if we imagine this is point C and this is point A, we want point B, the middle ground of the two. So obviously from here, I can tilt my pelvis forwards and back. Everyone's range will be different. I want you to place your hands onto your hip bones and just start moving through those pelvic tilts, get that feeling. So imagine it's like a bucket of water. We're tipping that water. Is spilling over the edges as we move through that range with the pelvis. And we want to find our neutral one, and that's that middle ground, that point B in between the two. Another way you can check is by placing your fingers in a diamond down on your pelvis. You should be able to see the top and bottom points of your pelvis. So if I tilt my pelvis back too much, the bottom part of my diamond disappears. If I tilt too far forward, the top part of my diamond disappears. We want to find that nice middle ground, and that's where we know we're in our neutral spine position, which means we've got that natural curve and our pelvis is in nice alignment. Once we've found that, we work our way up. We're going to draw our shoulders back and down, and we're going to keep our gaze nicely lifted. Imagine there's a piece of string pulling us from the crown of the head, so we've got that nice alignment through the whole of the body. This is our perfect Pilates position. This is what we want to come back to when we talk about our alignment. We're now going to talk through B, our breathing. So our breathing in Pilates is our thoracic breathing. We want to fill that rib cage with air. So what I want you to do is to place a hand down on your abdominals, lower abdominals, and I want you to place a hand on your rib cage, and we're going to focus in on that breath. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, and again in and out. Now I want you to feel your diaphragm lifting. We're not filling it into the tummy with that breath. We want to feel the diaphragm lifting. So we feel that rib cage lift and lower with the breath. Take a few moments just to find that nice breathing pattern for you. So that nice deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. When you feel you've got that breath, releasing those hands, bringing yourself back into that nice position, and again focus on that breath. Good. Now our C is our control. We want to think about control through the body, so our movements are nice and controlled so we can connect with those muscles. We're going to talk control through the core. Pilates is a lot about core stability, not just strength. Now, when I talk about bracing our core throughout the course of this program, we're thinking about bracing, but not sucking those abdominals in. So we don't want to be holding our breath at any point. What I want you to imagine is that you're zipping up a pair of jeans. So imagine we're zipping up those jeans. We're going to just hold that tummy tight as we zip up those jeans. That tight feeling there is the position we want to hold, but we can still breathe naturally. So you want to feel that brace of the core. Another way to feel it is placing your hands on your tummy. Give a cough. As you cough, you will feel that tightness through the tummy, the muscles tensing. So that tense feeling is our braced core. So again, we want to feel that nice braced core to stabilize the spine. So again, take a few moments yourself just to find that feeling, that braced core, making sure that we're not holding the breath at any points. Now, part of the core unit is that pelvic floor as well. So again, we're going to talk pelvic floor. Our pelvic floor forms that core cylinder, the lower part of that core cylinder. Our breath, the top, our pelvic floor, the bottom. So when we're using that breath, when we take that nice deep breath in, we release him through the pelvic floor. But when we exhale, we want to think about drawing that pelvic floor in and up, getting that nice connection as we brace through the core. So again, you take a few moments just to focus on that breath for me. Focus on that brace and drawing those pelvic floor muscles in and up and bracing those abdominals and then releasing. That is our ABC of Pilates. That's our alignment, our breathing, our control. Now, when we've got that nice position, we're now going to take ourselves through mobilizing the body. This is our stage 1. So again, bring yourself to that perfect alignment. Think about your breath. When we're here, not locking out any of those joints, we're going to start by just dropping the ear to the shoulder and then slowly rotating round. Now I want you to close your eyes as we do this. The reason for that is I want us to feel that control through the body, that stability through the core as we release through the neck and the upper back. So here we're trying to hold that perfect alignment under movement. We're mobilizing our body for the future work we're going to do. We're also working that stability. Good. Now bringing it back to center, drop the chin to the chest, and then slowly lift the gaze to the ceiling. And release back down. And again, lift. And lower. And then bringing it back to center, we can open those eyes. Really good. How do we feel? Are we stable? Think about that core. So we're going to take ourselves through the body now. So we're going to just start with rolling those shoulders. So we want to mobilize our joints, lubricate those joints, but we want to be able to find that nice alignment after each movement. Good. We're bringing that back to that neutral position. We're going to extend the right arm up, push the left arm behind, and then change. Stabilize with that lovely core. And thinking about the breath. 2 more here. Good. Last one. We're going to hold the hand above the head. Now we're going to draw both arms up. Bringing the backs of the hands together, we're going to take our side bend. So we're going to think ribs to hips. And then back to center and change. And again, we're thinking that core stability. And we feel that weight transfer side to side in those feet. Good, bring it back to center. Now we're going to extend those arms shoulder height. And we're going to take our rotation. So this one, I want you to focus on keeping those hips nice and still. So we are isolating the trunk of the body. Two more. Good, last one. Lovely, bringing it back to center, release those arms. We're going back to that weight transfer. So from here, we're going to transfer the weight to one side as we lift one foot from the floor and then change. So we want to hike that hip up and we're using that stability through the core to help with that balance. So this is all about connecting with that core. Good, last one. And we're going to extend on this now. So this time, we're going to draw the leg up to the front, so stabilizing with the core for that balance. We lift and lower. Now your focus is your hips. Can we keep that nice alignment? hips in nice alignment. If you need to hold on to something, feel free to. We're marching those knees nice and slow. Now you'll find, because we're taking this nice controlled slow pace, that we're having to work to stabilize. If we were marching fast, the core wouldn't be activating as much. Good, last one here. Good, bringing it back in. I'm going to just give you that side view now. What I want you to do is, remembering that nice alignment, we're going to sink down into the hips. So we sink down, push the pelvis back as far as you feel comfortable, and then lift. Good. Now again, as you can see, my hands are on those hips. I'm trying to focus on keeping my hips in nice alignment. My core is braced. So here we are stabilizing the spine. We're getting used to that transfer of that weight. 2 more. Good. Last one. We're activating those muscles. Bringing it back up. Now we're going to take our hip hinge. So this time pushing the hips back. The spine stays long as we hinge forward. So we are strengthening and lengthening through the back of the legs. We're warming through the lower back. 2 more. Last one. Good. I'm going to bring it back to that front view, bringing it back up. Really nice. Now we're rolling those shoulders back and down. Now we've got that hip hinge. This time what we're going to do is we're going to bring our chin to chest, and we're going to think about peeling the vertebrae down one by one. So we're going to keep our hands to our thighs as we roll the body down. We're going to stop at our knees. We're going to draw the belly button to the spine, rounding through the back. Then we release to find our neutral. And we roll back up. Shoulders back and down. I'll give you that side view. Remember your position. Chin comes to the chest. Roll the body down. Hands are to the thighs. Once you reach your knees, draw the belly button to the spine. So we round through the back. Bring it back to center. And then slowly bring it up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Now you stay there if that's the most comfortable position for you. For those that are ready to, chin to chest, we're now going to take it down a little further. So hands to those thighs. We're going to roll the body down as far as you can go. When you find your position, take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, just restack the spine. Think about placing the vertebrae back one by one. Our head comes up last. We remember that bit of string putting us tall. And we roll the shoulders back and down. So we bring ourselves to our neutral position. Go again. Chin to chest. And then restack. Head comes up last. Nice big shoulder roll. We're going to do 1 more of those. Here we go. Chin to chest. Head comes up last. Nice big shoulder roll. Now check your position. Are you back into that nice alignment? Is our diamond still there? Are our hips in alignment? Are we standing nice and tall? Really good. That's our first stage of this beginner's course. That is how we find our alignment, how we mobilize our body. Now, each of your sessions will progress from here, but I'd like you to come back to this one each and every time before you do the others, so we have mobilized the body before we begin the exercises. So really well done. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.